Diplomats have reportedly spoken by phone after U.S. forces in Syria shot down an armed Turkish drone. Washington says the drone came too close to its ground forces in Syria, but Turkey alleges that it was lost during operations. During the call between the NATO allies, Akin told the United States that Turkey would keep targeting Kurdish groups. The U.S. works with Kurdish YPG forces in Syria, with Turkey views as separatists and terrorists. Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen has attended a public memorial service for the fallen firefighters who died in the line of duty in Pingtung. In a heartfelt ceremony, President Tsai presented commendations to the families of the brave firefighters who lost their lives in the Pingtung factory explosion. The event was marked by a somber atmosphere as the nation paid tribute to these heroes. Speaking at the memorial service, President Tsai emphasized the government's commitment to thoroughly investigating the disaster to determine its cause. But it is a situation of sadness and joy in the island nation as it prepares for its National Day. Helicopters parade the sky with giant national flag hoisted, with jets releasing smoke with the national colors of blue, white and red in their trails. The morning rehearsal of the armed forces was delayed due to challenging weather conditions. It is the final area rehearsal before the official National Day celebration next Tuesday. A member of parliament, owner of a strategic mining company, has been sentenced to death in Kinshasa, the capital of the Democratic Republic of Congo, by the military justice system on charges which include participation in an insurrectionary movement and treason. The death penalty is often pronounced in the DRC but has not been applied for 20 years. Bullets systematically commuted to life imprisonment. In August, the prosecution had requested life imprisonment for the legislator. Aged 70, he was elected representative of Masisi in the eastern axis of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The High Military Court did not grant any mitigating circumstances to the convicted man, who was not present at the pronouncement of the sentence. The presiding judge of the High Court found him guilty of illegal possession of weapons and munitions of war as well. His lawyer had earlier said his trial was based on ethnic hatred. Let's now go on a short break. We'll return with more stories. Stay with us. Welcome back. To Health Matters now, a Hollywood star, Elizabeth Hurley, is asking women to take control of their bodies and to carry out regularly self-checks for signs of breast cancer. Her interest, which was inspired by her own family's experience, led her into years of campaigning for better awareness around the disease. And as the world marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, she's drumming up more attention, self-checks.
Certainly when I was growing up, breast cancer wasn't something that was talked about. And when my grandmother was diagnosed in the early 90s, she found her own lump and was mortified and embarrassed and didn't tell anybody, including her doctor, for way over a year, by which time it unfortunately had spread. And during her treatment and her diagnosis, we didn't know really anything about it, and I don't think she knew much about it either. So that's really why this campaign was started all those years ago, to try to make breast cancer not something that was whispered about, but something that was shouted about. No, more and more younger women are being diagnosed with breast cancer. That for sure is a number on the rise, which could be for several reasons. One, a reason that scientists don't know yet, but 2, it can be because they are being screened earlier and they are more breast aware.
Global temperatures and fluctuating extreme weather conditions are still raising concerns internationally. Extreme rainfall and flooding is forecast for Scotland and northern parts of England as train companies urge passengers not to travel on some routes. The warning comes as meteorologists say the northern and southern parts of the United Kingdom will have contrasting weather this weekend, with high temperatures and torrential rainfall affecting different areas, while amber and yellow weather alerts for heavy rain are in place in many parts of Scotland and northern England. Latest weather forecast indicates southern and central England could see temperatures fine and dry temperatures at 25 Celsius by Sunday afternoon. Railway lines have been warned of cancelled services and to reduce train speeds. 2 companies are already advising customers not to travel to and from Scotland.